Hello. This lecture is about the web-enabled enterprise. We'll describe how the web and high-speed internet connections and mobile technologies have changed business operations. Go over the functionality of various web technologies, compare and contrast options for web servers, explain basic business-to-business and business-to-consumer practices on the web, and go over the relationship between web technologies and supply chain management. A Ford Motor Company is a world leader in automobile manufacturing. It employs 176,000 people in 80 plants around the world. So Ford has targeted a younger, tech-savvy audience in its social marketing strategy of the Ford Fiesta. And the response was that it got a very positive online sentiment from their social media campaign. With social media, if you aren't using it, you're losing. Let's go over some of the basics of the internet to understand how we can use these type of technologies like social media. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, is used to transfer and download web information. HTTPS is HTTP secure, and that's used for confidential data exchange. A Uniform Resource Locator, or URL, is a unique address given to each website. The IP address is a special numeric address. A domain name is a unique name for a website constructed with letters. The top-level domain is the last part of the URL. Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML, helps developers create web pages. It determines the look and location of content. Extensible Markup Language, XML, enables the creation of various data types. It conveys the meaning or content of the data. XHTML is a combination of XML and HTML and uses opening and closing tags to control format. HTML5 is the newest version of HTML XML. And here we see a graphic of what HTML code looks like and what XML code looks like for presenting visible web page content. File Transfer Protocol, FTP, transmits whole files. It facilitates downloads from websites. It can transfer any type of file. It can place files on a server for shared use. It's convenient for retrieving large files exceeding an email system's size limits. Blog is a contraction of weblog. It invites surfers to post opinions and art. It focuses on a topic or set of topics. Trackback is a tool that notifies bloggers when their posts have been mentioned elsewhere on the web. Blogs are often used by businesses. The importance of blogs to commercial organizations is to find out what blog participants think and say about the organization. Wiki is from the Hawaiian language and it means quick. It's a web application that enables users to add to and edit the content of web pages. All the software required to edit the web pages is embedded in the pages themselves. Wikipedia is a popular online encyclopedia. Wiki technology is a popular ingredient in groupware, and that's software used for collaboration. Podcast is publishing sound and video on the web for download, and sometimes it's on a subscription basis. Some of the uses are a time-shifted broadcast of radio station programs for later listening, audio tours in museums, and lectures in distant learning courses. Apple's iTunes products and services have a variety of content, and many podcast media files on iTunes are free. There's also massive open online courses, or MOOC, and it's a new education delivery combining traditional course materials with interactive forums for educators and students. Instant messaging is real-time email in effect. A chat room is where you communicate with a group, and software applications sometimes have expanded communication tools, and some of these software applications include Wigio and Skype. Some free applications for instant messaging are the AOL Instant Messenger, AIM, Yahoo Messenger, MSN Messenger, and ICQ. Business uses include sales and support. Cookies are a small file that resides and stores information about a website visitor, and it resides on the visitor's computer. It records the ID of the web surfer, stores the surfer's preferences, provides convenience to these consumer surfers, can be temporary or permanent, has a potential for intrusion into the privacy of the consumer or the web surfer. Clickstream tracking tracks a surfer's clicking activities. Spyware traces and reports online behaviors. A proprietary technology is the intellectual property of the developer, and it's not free for everyone to use. Examples might include a local search engine, shopping cart applications, wish lists, video streaming tools, and tools to analyze and predict web visitor behavior, especially shopper behavior. A business-to-business, B2B trading is between businesses only. B2B forms include advertising through search advertising, and that's advertising placed on a search site result page, and banners, which are images placed on websites that link to a company site selling a product or service. An impression is something that occurs when a page with a banner is downloaded. Reach percentage is the percentage of web users who visited a site in the past month. Search engine optimization, SEO, influences the major search engines to rank an online search entry higher. Intranet is a network used only by employees of an organization, but it looks very similar to the internet. An extranet is a network shared by employees of different organizations, and again, it looks like an internet, but only for business partners. An exchange in business-to-business trading is an extranet for organizations that deal in products and services of a particular type. Exchange operators profit from transaction fees. It's limited to subscribers. An auction sells a great variety of items. The buyer posts the information on what they need online for sellers to view and respond. Electronic marketplaces bring markets closer to perfect markets. No single buyer or seller affects the price. An online business alliance is where companies in the same industry, competitors, collaborate in establishing a website for one or several purposes. That can be creating buyer power by consolidating purchases, creating a single place for customers, and acting as an auction site operated by a single company setting the prices of products and services. Business to consumer, B2C trading, is trading with the general public. E-tailing is online retailing to consumers. It extends the brick-and-mortar business's storefront. A pure play retailer operates only online. Fulfillment activities include picking, packing, and shipping. Consumer profiling is knowing customers better by gathering information about their online activities. Some consider this a violation of privacy. And here we see how online consumer spending has continued to grow in the United States. And some of the benefits from online shopping. So with B2C trading, many online businesses offer affiliate programs to website owners. Here they link to the e-tailer and a link, they do that by placing a link on the local website to the e-tailer, so that when people visit the individual website of this small business, there's a link to an e-tailer. There's affiliate compensation, which can be pay per click, pay per lead, or pay per sale. Co-opetition is where you step beyond affiliates with competitors and you have competitors featured at the same site. And an example is with Amazon.com. You've got a lot of competitors all retailing their goods and products at Amazon.com. This has the advantage of attracting more shoppers to the site, and also you get fees from the affiliated companies. They're earning a living that way. Mobile advertising is growing due to smartphone and network adoption. Auction sites are a hub for consumers to buy and sell, and eBay, of course, is the prime example for an auction site. A reverse auction site, or name your own price auction, an example of that is Priceline. Content providers offer information, news, research results, statistics, or things like that, or artistic work, music, pictures, and video clips. B2C trading also includes electronic bill presentment and payment, and that provides online bills and payment options for customers. Phishing is a type of fraud involving a fake website. Crowdsourcing is a process for outsourcing a variety of tasks to a distributed group of people, both online or offline. B2C trading also now includes mobile commerce or m-commerce, where business is conducted on mobile devices. You deliver context-specific information, and that is a key mobile application. It allows mobile device users to experience an event and react immediately. M-commerce also raises privacy concerns. You can be located using the GPS features of your phone, and identity theft is also a threat. Social media is very big on the web, and it has a widespread influence on consumers and business organizations. Popular social media include Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Foursquare. And social media is advantageous because it allows businesses to reach out to all of the particular universe of that vendor, the Twitter sphere, for example. Look at the sentiment, in other words, the positive or negative feelings that the Twitter sphere or whatever universe has towards their products or services or particular events, and also identify the most influential postings, either Facebook pages or tweets or whatever is being posted. Identify the most influential by the popularity of the poster, as well as the number of times the particular posting has been viewed. And as we've discussed, supply chain management systems are now connected to the web, and they use XML to allow companies to set standards and programs to exchange information with other programs that enables this automated supply chain management. Electronic data interchange, EDI, is a old electronic document exchange that in the past was implemented through value-added networks and now can be used on the internet. And here we see a schematic or flowchart of online supply management. So what are the options in establishing a website? Well, a website is a collection of web pages that make up information and links to the site provider's web technologies. An internet server is a computer connected to the internet backbone. The business's choice for a website include installing and maintaining their own web servers or contracting with a web hosting service. Some considerations are the cost, the degree of control, the expertise to set up and maintain a particular website service, and if you must obtain a high-speed link to the web. Load balancing transfers data requests from a busy server to a less busy server. Mirror servers are servers with duplicated content and applications. They speed up and speed up the process, and they also offer redundancy in case the primary server goes down. The mirror server can take over. Using a hosting service. A web hosting is where you place your web server in the hands of a managing service. There's two types of web hosting: shared hosting, and that stores the client's website on the same physical server as other clients, and a virtual private server hosting, and that simulates a single server, allowing a client to have their own domain name. You can also include dedicated hosting, and that's where a client can fully control the content of a rented dedicated server, and co-location service. And that's a server owned and managed by a client that is co-located with other client servers in a secure location. Considerations in selecting a web host. First, compare host vendors using a point system that you develop, and perhaps even a weighted average. Dynamic web pages enable communication between the shopper's browser and a database. A content management system is a product for building and maintaining websites. So, factors to consider when selecting a web host: one, does it allow the use of a database management system? What is the storage space capacity? What is the technical and website design support? How scalable is that particular vendor's web servers? What is the security? Does it have physical and virtual security? What is the availability? And of course, setup and monthly fees. So several elements are essential to conducting business on the web. You have to have an inquiry interface, and that connects to the database to allow the user to search a catalog or list of products or services. You need an order processing application, and this includes a credit card verification application. And you need an order fulfillment system: picks, packs, and ships. Here are a list of the evaluation criteria that the authors recommend when evaluating a web hosting service. And as mentioned, you can extend this by applying weights to each one of the factors that you would then multiply by the points of each and come up with a weighted score to use in comparing each particular vendor. And here we see the components of a web-based retailing operation: a catalog, a search service that allows you to search the catalog and then to process an order, and then you have a picking and shipping application once an order is made, credit card verification to make sure that the payment is legitimate, and then shipping, of course, to send it out. So the rules for successful web-based businesses. Well, you have to first target the right customers. You need to target customers needing your products and services. The most important effort in marketing is this targeting the right customers. Identify the sites that your audiences frequently visit. Consider blogs and podcasting sites for advertisement placement. The second rule for successful web-based businesses is capture the customer's total experience. Use cookies to record shoppers' movements within the site. Use CRM software to create consumer profiles. And the shopper experience then becomes an asset of the business, allowing for fine-tuning of the product portfolio and tailoring web pages to individual customers. Individual emails to the shopper can be created, offering products of interest to that customer. The third rule is to personalize the service. Customer relationship management customer relationship management software and web page customization software can be combined to personalize web pages that are shown to a customer, allow the customer to select the type of email content desired, respect visitor privacy by offering opt-in rather than opt-out, and allow the customer to tailor products to be purchased. The next rule is shorten the business cycles. Customers like saving time by using a web business. Fulfillment is a major challenge for businesses. And this is the set of activities done after a customer places an order. Fast shipping is desired because it produces higher customer satisfaction. The business will collect payments faster, and you can outsource the entire fulfillment task to fulfillment organizations such as UPS's e-logistics, or FedEx has supply chain services. Let customers help themselves is an important rule. The self-service concept is the customer's ability to determine the timing and services of their needs from a business organization through a website. It saves labor and encourages customer loyalty. You email messages sent to your customers, and in those email messages you include information about orders they've made and then how the customers can track those orders. You also have online frequently asked questions, or FAQs, that allow customers to find answers to common questions. And finally, be proactive and decommoditize. Prompt email replies are expected. Proactive alerts are expected for changes in orders or services or product recalls. Automatic reordering features are desirable. You must take the initiative to decommoditize products. A commodity is a product sold at roughly the same price by many vendors. In other words, there's no differentiation. The addition of features or services prevents a product from becoming a commodity by creating differentiation. So in summary, we've looked at some of the protocols involved in web-based businesses, HTTP and XML. We've also looked at blogs and how organizations can use the web to do business-to-business and business-to-consumer commerce, and how a business can maintain its own web server or use a web hosting service. We've talked about the use of XML and how EDI documents are now available on the internet to help support business-to-business trading. And then we went over some of the rules for success for online businesses. Thank you.